Hello, everyone. This is Barbara Iris Alsu of Parental World Knowledge. I want to welcome everyone. I'm the owner. In addition, I'm the president of Artist Barbara Alsu Fine Art Studio. I'm going to be doing more watercolor painting today, and it's a miracle we got on. I'm just so happy. It was a little problem, but it came right on. And I hope you have your canvas paper. And this is on a board. You just buy this in the art supply store. It absorbs the paint a lot better than regular paper. In addition, you don't have to pre-whitewash. And you need also watercolor paint, non-toxic. There's normally not white, so you're going to have to get a liquid white. And the reason also, so you don't have to pre-whitewash, it would cost so much money because they don't come in the little pallets. You're going to have to buy so much liquid white to do this. This is a mid-size canvas I would recommend to get. And it just costs a fortune to keep buying liquid whites. It's much more expensive than the palette. I think I got a palette for less money than the liquid white. So at any rate, you need also several size artist brushes. And you need an artist sponge in case you spill too much water, you have too much paint, or maybe you made a mistake. You just want to put it down, bring it up. And then in addition, you need an artist eraser, and you need color pencils, but they don't have to be from an art supply store. And I would recommend to go online. If you don't have a Jerry's outlet by you, go online and you can get 10% off if you say you're a student of Artist Barbara Alsu Fine Art Studio, because we're a charitable organization, and they're supposed to give you 10% off as long as it's not a sale item. If it's a sale item, you cannot get an additional 10%, but you can get if it's an on-sale item. All right, and I don't get anything for saying this, but I happen to think the owners are just great at Jerry's Artist Outlet. And now with this, I hope you have a line drawing. If not, you're going to need to just do the outline of whatever it is that you're wanting to do. Don't do mine, just because I'm doing big buildings. Don't, do that. Do what you really love or like. That will come out best. And if it's something that you need a prop with, just don't copy it. It shouldn't be exactly as, because another artist created that. And as far as if you are doing a person or a pet, that can be exact. If you're not able to draw at all, you could do a computer printout, but just realize you need to have a good quality paper so that when you do your computer printout, you're going to be painting on this later. You're going to have it falling apart if it's just flimsy, regular copy paper. You're going to have a good textured paper. It costs a little bit more in the stationery store, but it'd be worth it as long as it's fits your computer and it's a better quality so you can paint on it. And that is legal in juried shows because I've entered and I know that it was definitely legal. It's right on the contract agreement. It states that you're allowed to use computer printouts as long as you're doing the painting on it. So that's all that matters. And with your painting, when you're doing it, just do gentle brush strokes, because this is mid-sized canvas. There's not going to be that much room if you start making big strokes. It's just gentle strokes. And if there's a really tiny area, you can even dot on. So we'll start, and I'm going to be making some. I do like this first, so I'm going to make some beige. And you need to put the liquid white first. Squeeze it like a tube of toothpaste to the bottom. See, it's coming up. need about 2 squeezes of that. And then you need to wet your brush and put it into the brown paint, since I'm making beige. Brown and white make beige. You put a good amount of paint, but don't put a good amount of water. Put very little water. You should always brush off your brush. Now, if it's not the right color the first time, you can add more brown. And the weather has just been horrendous in West Orange, New Jersey, raining all day. It's really hard on my puppy. He's afraid to go out. I had to go out in the freezing rain. Oh, it's just miserable. And then he still didn't make everything. He just made number 1, not number 2. So, not good, to say the least. And I'm standing out, a long time trying to get him to go. He's really scared of. I can't blame him. He looks very dreary out, and I don't personally want to be out in that weather either. But I have to. He is so scared. Right now he's in the training cage. I couldn't get him to, like I said, make number 2, so. Well, I just hope he is okay, because I know he doesn't like it in there. And gave him his food and water. But still, he really doesn't care for it in there. I know that he doesn't. And he whimpers every now and then, to let me know, Mom, I don't like it. And you have to do at least several layers. I've said it before, but I'm saying it again because if somebody's just tuning in, and you have to let each one dry, and go to another spot, turn your paper, don't keep putting on paint. You have to let it dry and go to the next object. Or if you're doing an abstract or whatever you're doing. I'm on my 5th coat, but yet these are buildings, and buildings are going to take more coats. I really enjoyed wanting to paint, large buildings in my first one. And I always wanted to do this, but I never did. I never painted a large building before. So I'm enjoying it, but it's definitely more than I thought to do a large building. I really sympathize with the architects, what they have to do. And the architects, they have to do what I'm doing, like clients will change their mind what they want. Now, I myself was changing my mind what I wanted because it was my first building. So I know how it feels where you have to make all these renovations and changes. It is not easy. And as an architect, they have to do what the client wants, and it's not a question you can do what you want. You can only recommend, but you cannot, get the client to take what you recommend. And I'll tell you, it is not easy doing big buildings. I mean, I'm enjoying it, but it's just not easy. Excuse me, I have allergies. This weather, I've been standing out in the rain throughout the day. Oh boy. I hope that everyone out there, if you have weather like this and you have allergies, I've been drinking tea, a lot of tea. It helps. Drinking water, juice. Excuse me. Oh, I made Swedish meatballs today with my farro, mushroom and rosemary. I didn't have fresh mushrooms. I had a container of mushrooms, and it just didn't look right. They looked like they turned, even though we have it in a special crisper so that it stays fresher longer. They went. So, I like the idea of the farro because the farro has mushrooms in it. And it's great. Farro, mushrooms, and rosemary and other spices are in it. So it's wonderful because the mushrooms and different vegetables, I mean, they turn. They don't always last. So it's great to have this. It's ancient grains, and has these great vegetables in it. Very handy to have. And it came out great. It tasted really wonderful. I'll have to post it on LinkedIn. I haven't had a chance. Somebody just called me, but I don't know what happened. Hung up before I could get it. At any rate, I had a very busy day taking the dog out, and other things, personal business that came up. Oh, yeah, the person that I called just called back from Social Security, and I tried to pick it up, and if you need a letter from me, it won't go out till Monday. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, interesting. They're asking for, Social Security is asking me today. This was the day before the interview I had with a representative on Friday. So the day before that, they sent something out. And they were asking for money. And I'm going, I went to the representative and said, look, you said you're going to send me something, that I have to send things out, additional things. And I haven't received it. And they're asking for money. So I'm concerned, that, I have to get this out. And she just wrote me that, she already discussed with them, that I had the interview, and so, and what's what. But I tell you, this all occurred because I didn't give my full social when I called. And normally I didn't have to, but now they changed it this year, so you have to give your full social, or the representative didn't get back to me, and I had a different one, and everything got just crazy because the other one I didn't have any problems. 2 reviews, 2 interviews, and this one I did, and it's been a nightmare. So always give your full social, and you'll get your regular representative. Otherwise, they don't get back to you, and they give you anyone. And anyone, oh my gosh, what a nightmare. Saying that I have the most successful business. Well, if I did, I wouldn't be without a heater stove. I wouldn't be having so much trouble getting onto Google Hangouts because I would get my really great laptop, which I can't afford right now. I'm saving up for it. And my son says, no sense in getting a cheap one because then it will just not work. I'll be back to square one. So what's the sense of getting a new laptop if it's going to be just as bad as this? This is just not compatible with Google Hangouts. And they're even mentioning that you have to do an upgrade, or soon this won't be. And I've mentioned that yesterday. So I hope my son, I keep reminding him, I'll remind him again, he's got to do it. I can't do the upgrade. I can't afford to hire anyone to do the upgrade. Oh, so this woman saying I'm so successful. I don't even have one backer since April. I'm asking, people to, if you can back us, and we're more than happy to every time say that you are a wonderful sponsor and, talk about your company in a positive way. I did have one offer, but I didn't take it because I knew this person just started his company, and it was an oil company, and things are not very good. Even the big ones are going out of business. Things are very bad. Great liability with having an oil company today. Very dangerous. And more than I realized that it was this dangerous. But I knew that, he was just starting. Anybody just starting, you can't expect them to be a sponsor. But now I know the full scenario. Excuse me. Bar speaking. I have to say goodbye right now. I'm doing a reality show. It's on Google Hangouts, Barbara L. Sue and Parental World Knowledge. All right, you take care. Have a good day. Bye now. It's trying to sell me some security system. Well, at any rate, I hope everything goes well. I just need to get, she says Monday or Tuesday, but I hope that's going to be in time that I can get in touch with these people. When I send that in, I mean that she'll write them back that everything's fine. Learn my lesson. Give your full Social Security. And I just don't like doing it over the phone because my phone was hacked. And that was the reason I didn't. It literally was hacked, and I know for a fact because the phone company said it wasn't just mine. And in addition, I saw it in the newspaper, in the Star Ledger, that it was many companies were hacked. And our organization was one of them. And this happened at least a few years ago, and that was before I had a business. And so our organization was hacked. The phone. I had a fax machine, and into our line that I use for our charitable organization, and it got hacked. I learned you need a separate line. You cannot use the line that you use for your calls. And that's how I got hacked. So I would recommend highly not to put a fax machine onto your main line. You need to get another line for that fax machine, whether it be online, with your company, your cable company or whatever, but you can't use a fax machine right on your main line. So I just did now the fifth layer of the beige. Now I have to go on to yellow again. And we're a nonprofit. I am giving free lessons, like for youth service days. I'm giving a free lesson for any age up to age 26. You got the wrong party to hack. And then my business online is free. The reality show is free. You got the wrong person to hack. Please don't hack me. I'm a free service. This is usually free. There's very little that I, do charge for. If we have a customer come in, the times that we charge, it's like $24 an hour. And that's including all the supplies. That's for artist Barbara Sue Fine Art Studio. And for my business, I have artwork for sale. But, the economy is just not the right time now. People are not buying art. It's not happening in droves. So, you wish that it would. But another thing is that I'm doing energy scans for only $79. So, and that's for the next 3 months. I mean, we're really very reasonable. If you were to go to other places, that they're going to be charging you thousands of dollars to have a service. So I just can't understand, why I'm being hacked. I got the wrong party. Just because we have accolades and we're all over the place does not mean we're financially successful. Well, I just hope people stop doing that to us. Got the wrong one to hack. Well, what am I going to do? This day has been rough. Oh boy. At least the art is helping. LeBar speaking. No, he's not here right now. Is there anything you wanted to leave a message of? Oh, I see. Okay, I will definitely let him know. All right, thank you. Thank you so much. Bye now. Sorry about that. As I said, I'm just so thankful I'm painting because of what my day has been. Definitely stressful. It's such a great joy to be painting. And it actually helps your brain capacity by doing painting. So increases your brain capacity. Been proven medically by study. So this is marvelous, what it does for you. If anybody wants to come for a lesson, it's free on the air. 973-736-1637. 973-736-1637. And we're here Monday through Sunday where you can call us and set up an appointment, and you can have a schedule for you to be live on the air. And if you want a private lesson, as I stated, it's $24 per hour for a watercolor lesson. And you can get a free lesson if you want for youth service days in April. So give us a call at the same number, 973-736-1637. Now, for Google Hangouts, you have to be 18 or more to be on the show. But for, and that's YouTube rules and Google Hangout rules. But for our organization, you can be any age, which is great, you know. I'm sorry that you're not able to be any age for the show. But you would have to have someone accompany you if you're under age 18, because we're not a program, you know, where you're going to have, you know, to care for young children. We're not doing that. We're doing a program of art. You know, we're not going to be doing a daycare. You know, we cannot be, you know, doing that. There's not time to do that. We don't have staff to do that. If I had more staff, that's different. But I could not do that. And I've had students as young as age 1, but the parent has to be here. I have to say the visuals are good on the camera today. Usually I can barely see at times, but finally it looks clear. That you actually can see what I'm painting. I don't know. It's really unbelievable. That woman said that I'm doing so well from Social Security, that new rep, when I can't afford to get a better camera. I mean, this, you know, the HD camera is good, but I mean the better, I should say, a computer, not my camera. I meant to say computer, and I have the best monitor, and I have the best camera because it's my son's, but I don't have a good computer. That's the problem. And it is terrible. So if I had the money, I would definitely do that, buy the camera. Gosh. I've been doing this since April, using this one. that's going to be with still bothering me if I'm going to get that letter in time from Social Security. It's just on my mind. I mean, I know I didn't do anything wrong, but it's still bothering me because if I don't receive her letter, she says I have to wait to send in the additional things she requested, but I have to wait for her letter. Now, the wait for her letter is not going to be in time. It's driving me crazy here because I don't have the funding to do this, to make a payment. Well, I pray it works out somehow. You know, the first time when I started with Social Security, they forgot that I actually went there, and they canceled my Social Security before it began. And I had to call them up and tell them, look, I went. I have proof I went. And I had the representative's name and everything. I made sure, I gave copies that day of everything. So then I had to ask for a supervisor, and they did give me a supervisor at that time, and everything got straightened out. But I mean, they almost canceled on me because they said I never showed. Oh my God. So I've had a problem once before at first. But then I was the fastest one to get it because I unfortunately had, an injury at work, and things were pretty bad at that time. And I still have permanent injury that's significant and severe. So, it didn't go away. And I don't understand what is going on here, that this has never been, except for at first when they forgot that I went. Oh. Well, you can't win. You cannot win. I did everything I was supposed to. I'm having all those problems. Well, because they changed the Social Security, they had to give the full number. And now I know I'll never do that again. I'll always give my full number. Well, I want to pray for everybody in the world. I hope there's peace, good spirit, good strength, good health. Amen. God heals 100%. I just say the prayer. Oh, my phone keeps ringing and ringing and making all these noises. Sounds like a foghorn. I don't know why it's making that sound. I did get the phone for free, so can't really complain. It's a free phone from Sprint. I like the people at Sprint. They're very nice. Sounds like a foghorn, my phone. I don't know why it's doing that. It's getting time to have it repaired. That sounds horrible. Well, I want to say good night or good day, wherever you are in the world. And we'll be back again tomorrow, hopefully. And I hope that you're enjoying your painting. And like I said, if I didn't have my painting today, the day I had, it definitely helped. It definitely helped. I don't think I'd be smiling. I don't think so. So I thank you so much for tuning in. And I thank you for listening to me too, banter on about what's going on. But I hope nobody's going through this. I hope nobody has, difficulties with Social Security. And like I said, always give your full social. I mean, because they're not going to get back to you, and you're going to end up with somebody who's not going to do your case right. And it just seems like it just keeps catapulting and not getting resolved. Although I believe this woman, is trying her best. And, just this letter was prior, and this is my original rep. I've never had a problem for 2 interviews, so I'm sure everything will straighten out. And just going to think and pray for the best. But, just that I didn't get her letter yet, and she's saying I have to wait for it. And that's making me a little nervous. Has to be. I mean, because they're asking for money, and I don't have it. And that's that. But I'm just going to be optimistic. Things should work out, and that's it. And I hope no one else is going through anything like this. And whatever it is, like I said, I said a prayer now for you, and if it's needed now, accept it. If it's not needed now, you can accept it later. And anyone who visits our website, you always can get 2 free miraculous healing prayers just for visiting our website. And they're good for any time that you need it. And if you need to transfer it to somebody else, that's fine too. But every time you read our most recent blog post at ParentalWorldKnowledge.com, you can get 2 miraculous healing prayers. And there's no affiliation with artist Barbara L. Sue Fine Art Studio, but we're the ones that are doing the art lessons on the show. We're invited. Okay, so you take care, and I'm so happy that you're doing your art, or even just watching us. I'm very grateful for that too. And please tuning in, and please also tell other people. We're getting more and more people every day, and we're so grateful for that too. You take care. Have a wonderful night or a wonderful day.